Hey guys, FiboSai again. This time I bring you the semi-final of this mixed tournament. This is against Aktive, also known as No Name. So let's get it started. I lead with my Metagross, as I always did during this tournament, and he leads with Azelf. I'm kind of scared of the Fire Blast, so I switch out to my Feraligatr, which would resist it, but he taunts, predicting my Stealth Rocks. So now I go for Ice Punch because this is the strongest move I can hit this Azelf with, but switch to a Registeel, which resists Ice Punch and won't take much from it. So I think I switched out here because I didn't want to get Thunder Waved or something like this. So I go out to my Nidoking, which is a ground type, but he sets up Stealth Rocks. I know that Nidoking can carry it out because I've Stab Earth Power, and so I predicted a switch to Azelf and went for a Thunderbolt instead. Which I think this was kind of nice prediction for me, so I could at least get some damage in on this Azelf. So Thunderbolt does about half, and I switch out to Metagross, predicting a Psychic, because Azelf is basically Psychic, as you all know. No, not Azelf, Nidoking, but he sets up Rain Dance, and now I know this is a Rain Dance team. And as he used Rain Dance, I'm pretty sure he does not have Fire Blast, so there's no risk for me here staying in. So I go, he U-turns, and I think I go for Stealth Rocks here, because I knew he couldn't harm me if he doesn't have Fire Blast, which I'm pretty sure he does not at this moment. So I set up a Stealth Rocks, and now comes a Kingdra, with the first of his few Swift Swim Sweepers. I stay in, thinking I can live one hit and then explode, because I actually don't want to deal with a Kingdra, and Metagross has served his duty here. He set up a Stealth Rocks, and now he's gonna take out one of his fast Rain Dance sweepers. Kingdra could have caused quite a lot of problem, especially if it gets up a Dragon Dance, and I have nothing in this team that can outspeed this Kingdra, except for my Hitmontop, but I doubt it will can 2-hit KO it with Fake Out and Mach Punch. So Rain still continues, and now I predicted that something like Kabutops or what's it called? Omastar, yes, Omastar, and would come in, so we go to Hitmontop, which counters both of them pretty nicely. I go for a Fake Out because I wanted to make sure that this next Mach Punch will kill it, because if I get minimum damage, it might survive with a few hit points. I go for Mach Punch now, and after I used Fake Out, it's definitely going to take out this Kabutops. So there's one more Pokemon I don't need to worry about. I guess he did not have a safe switch into Mach Punch, so that's why he stayed in. Now he's gonna go out to his Toxicroak, the bane of my existence in this battle. Yeah, I go out to Zapdos, hoping that it's a physical one, and so that Zapdos can handle it pretty well, because this is a physically defensive but he actually goes for a Nasty Plot, which is kind of scary, because I really don't have anything to deal with a Nasty Plot Toxicroak. And he also has Dry Skin, this Dry Skin ability, so that he doesn't lose as much HP from Life Orb and from Stealth Rock, so he's back up to full. He goes for a Sludge Bomb. I was just hoping that I can live this and then go for a Thunderbolt to get as much damage at it as I possibly can, and then revenge kill it with Hitmontop. But he gets a crit, and I ran some calcs after this battle, and I found out that this crit did not matter. It would have taken me out anyways. And now I'm in deep trouble. I go out to Feraligatr, thinking that it might be able to live a Sludge Bomb, but my hopes turned out to be not justified, because as you will see here, Feraligatr does not live this Sludge Bomb. And here, yeah, I really thought I'm gonna get swept by this Toxicroak. Now, I have one last hope, and this is, I'd go out to Nidoking, hoping that I can live a Dark Pulse, which I guess is his second step, but he actually goes for an hidden power, and I thought, no, don't let it be Ice or Psychic or something, and it's neutral, and I was really relieved. Because if this hidden power had killed me, I would have get swept guaranteed. I go for Earth Power, and this will definitely take this Toxicroak out. So I managed to avoid being swept by this Toxicroak, but there are still a lot of pokes I have to worry about. I think the next thing he goes out to is Azelf, because he wants to set up the rain again, so that his other sweepers, I think he must have one sweeper left. He has Azelf and Registeel, and I think they're both setup Pokemon to set up the rain dance. I Thunderbolt. See, I don't know, I think this takes it out. Yes, it does. And he thinks it depends on what his last is. Registeel can't do much against Nidoking and Hitmontop, and this last one turns out to be a Ludicolo. So I go out to my last, which is Sceptile, because I wanted to Life Orb stall him a little bit, so that I can finish him off with Hitmontop's priority moves. He goes for a Surf. I know I can live it, even though it's Stab in the rain and his Ludicolo has Life Orb. Sceptile has decent special defense, and he also resists it. And that just means that he has to get off one more hit in order to finish my Sceptile off. So now I'm gonna go out to Hitmontop, obviously, to go for a Fake Out and hopefully finish this Ludicolo off. So he's still in the rain, but that doesn't matter as long as I can get up my priority moves. So here's Hitmontop. I go for a Fake Out, and I really don't know why he did not switch out to his Registeel, because Registeel could have taken this Fake Out like nothing. And if he had Explosion or something like this, he could have exploded on my Hitmontop, and then I would have been left with only Nidoking, and Nidoking can't outspeed Ludicolo in the rain. And now he switched out, which seems really strange to me. He got a Registeel switched into, in my opinion, very obvious Mach Punch. Registeel does not take this too well, and since Registeel is slower, I can take it out with a close combat next turn, not wanting to risk my Mach Punch not killing it. But when I think about it now, I don't think this Registeel has a lot of defense EVs. It looks like it's more specially defensive, seeing that Mach Punch did over half. So I think close combat might have been enough to take it out, even if he switched into Fake Out. And then I would have just switched out to Nidoking, have it as a Death Order, come back in, and then go for an Mach Punch plus Fake Out Mach Punch combination. So he's only left with his Ludicolo, which is very low health, so a Mach Punch would easily take it out. So it was a good game, and my Hitmontop saved the day again. Yeah, in like most of my battles I had in this mixed tournament, my Hitmontop actually played a big role. So I move up to the final, where I met a battler that I could not defeat in the first round. I actually lost 5-0. This was the only loss in this tournament till now, and he hasn't lost any of his battle till now. So I think it's gonna get hard. But if I play like this, I think I might be able to do it. If I will, you'll see it next time.